Today we're going to talk about the laundry test kit. Recently I did a podcast as well as a blog post concerning the laundry test kit. And I think it's the unsung hero of the true laundry professional who's helping a commercial or on-premise laundry achieve good results. Number one is the laundry test kit is not just to be used for servicing existing accounts, but also should be used to preview new accounts as well as even prospecting, even sales calls. The true expert who has the laundry test kit and can use it adequately and show what the results mean to both their customers as well as their prospects, I should say, are much better off. I have seen many laundries that I've gone into, and I've taken in a laundry test kit, and actually the customer, the prospect says, "What are you doing?" Because they see me testing it. Someone, as you see a person test their swimming pool, like testing a swimming pool, that's the only way to tell what the true caliber, the true titration, the true part per million, however you want to arrange the terminology of the chemicals in the water. It tells you what's truly in there. You can't just use ounces per gallon because there's no way of measuring gallons in a laundry machine adequately. So there's a big difference between a laundry machine that's filled up, let's say on the front side glass from 14 inches to 18 inches. You might look at it and go, well, that's only 10% more or something, but it could be a whole lot more than that. So you really need to titrate your solution to find out adequate results. Now, I was going to not just put the podcast up here. You know, a lot of people put the podcast on YouTube and you watch it, you listen to it, and you just see wavy lines go across. Well, that, but I'm just trying to hold your interest for a little bit because at the bottom of this introduction, my little write-up will have the actual blog post that you can read, as well as the podcast you can listen to on your favorite player, even online. The podcast was held with a friend of mine named Bob Natale. Bob and I work for different laundry chemicals, both with on-premise commercial laundries, shirt laundries and such, anywhere from large machines to actual larger tunnel washers. Bob has many years' experience, and when I get together with Bob, I kind of am pretty quiet and just let Bob go because even with my close to 40 years' experience, Bob is light years ahead of me on the different problems that a laundry might have, might incur, and solutions that a true professional can come up with. The podcast itself ranges because the podcast was designed to bring back Bob because of his years, not just selling chemicals, but he's also now a consultant, but he's actually run a commercial laundry as well. So it's kind of like when I sold chemicals to restaurants, I could have a different insight because at one time I was a dishwasher. One time I managed restaurants. I can look at the value from both sides. So going back to the laundry test kit, it's adding value to the serviceman, the salesman, regional manager, whoever has the laundry test kit and can use it adequately is always that anybody should test. And Bob brings this up in the podcast was to test the actual water, the incoming water coming into the facility. Don't be alarmed that someone has a water softener and it might not be working. Number two is don't be alarmed that if you test the water after they've told you the water softener is working, and after they told you they know it's working because it's using salt every day, the water softener still might not be working. I've been able to keep many customers just by being they're pulling this out and bringing it to their attention. Anybody who doesn't have a water softener should consider getting one. No matter what the cost is on leasing a water softener, be it very small facility, under $100, or a much larger facility, or it could go over $100 and more. Save that money in return on chemical usage, wear and tear on their equipment, wear and tear on the end product. Just for another day, when I find someone who works for a water softening company to come join me. If you know somebody they'd like to join me, please feel free to have them reach out to me. At the end of this, I, of course, will have my email address, different contact information, and also at the bottom, please like and share this podcast, or it's not a podcast, this YouTube video. Please like and share it because that helps me get the word out and helps the complete program. So going back with the laundry test kit, test the water should be the first thing. The next thing with the water test kit, test the actual linen after it's come out. You might be able to test the pH. Well, you should be able to test the pH. You should be able to test different chlorines, if there's residual left over, and such like that. Do a physical testing of the linen. Even though this doesn't have to do with the laundry test kit, actually get the linen and smell it. I'll never forget, I was with someone who was walking around smelling all the linen, and he got yelled at because someone said, why don't you get a Kleenex if you need to blow your nose? I'd rather give you a Kleenex than to use my towels. No, you don't have to be that aggressive with smelling, but smell the linen, because let's say you're doing a laundry in a hotel. You want to know what the customer in the room is smelling. Does it smell fresh? Hopefully, if it has a scent, the scent isn't overbearing where it's way too much. We've all seen that. So take the smell of the linen. Frequently, one of the biggest culprits that you can smell in linen is actually a greasy smell. Possibly that's because they're doing aprons, doing chef's coats, stuff like that. But they're doing it separate formulas, or they're using the right amount of formula, the right amount of chemicals, I should say. So smell your linen. Doesn't have to do with the laundry test kit, but while you're testing it, you might as well smell as well. Next, you can go actually do some of the different tests in some of the different compartments. I've been asked by more than a couple people to possibly come up with a PDF on all the things you can do with a test kit. Different manufacturers sell test kits. However, they really don't tell you what it means. It's just giving you raw data. If I come up with a PDF, I will let you know. Please leave a comment afterwards if you'd like to get a notification. It's not a PDF, it'd be more like a small ebook. I wouldn't be charging for it, but if I see enough people ask me to do one, I probably will work on it a little bit faster. So that's what the laundry test kit can do. Please listen to the podcast that I've done with Bob. Please look at the article I've written. Please like and share this video. Also reach out. Love the questions, love the comments. And I appreciate you joining me here today at Cleaning Processes with Jerry.